All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993 back up here live once again for my live review of 205 Live, which took place, of course, on April 23rd, 2019 in Lincoln, Nebraska. I had to fix that because before I started the stream, I noticed down in the description box, I made a mistake. I forgot to take out Montreal since I copy and pasted it from last week. So first, let me say this took place in Montreal, Lincoln, Nebraska. But Montreal, Lincoln, Nebraska does not exist. It's just Lincoln, Nebraska. Hi there, I'm Abe Lincoln. Just kidding. Anyways, so this took place tonight, and honestly, it was not a bad show. Good opening match, good main event. We have a new challenger, a fresh new challenger that I've been very impressed with his work so far since returning from injury in late 2018. Of course, there's something that happened in the middle. I'm just like a little meh about that, but honestly, again, not a bad addition to 205 Live. You know, we're moving to a little bit new era. Two of the bigger names, well, now technically three of the bigger names have moved on to bigger and better things, such as Cedric Alexander going to Raw. Months ago, Mustafa Ali moved on to SmackDown, even though, again, he was originally supposed to, well, was one of the names considered to get like a big push for WrestleMania and win the title. Him, again, Kevin Owens was one. Big O, actually, but rest in peace, Big O, since, you know, he's no longer Big O when he's back to being just Kevin Owens, a prize fighter. Going to be Kofi Kingston, of course. And then, of course, also recently, Buddy Murphy was announced that he's going to go over to SmackDown Live. Not sure when he's going to debut or anything, but we'll see, of course, you know, what happens with that. So, yeah, so not a bad show. Good start, I'd say, to this new era of 205 Live. So let's get rolling here. Instead of, Drake Maverick announcing, you know, the rundown for tonight, we got the politician himself, Mr. Drew Gulak, at his podium, talking up how he basically talking up how, you know, tonight we're going to have a main event with Oney Lorcan and Arya Daivari for the number one contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm not sure if that match will take place at Money in the Bank, which is it probably will, or if it will take place, at some point on 205 Live. Of course, I'll probably put it in my card predictions because we know the winner now. But so we got that. He says, I'd be focused on the championship, go after my good old buddy Tony Nese. But however, I first need to focus on Humberto Carrillo and teach him a lesson for not, respecting me, listening to my orders recently. So because of that, he will tap out. I love when he says that. You will tap out. Gotta love Drew Gulak. So he hypes up those two matches for tonight. And it was announced also that Nigel McGuinness was out this week. I guess he was dealing with some stuff with NXT UK. Instead, we had David Otunga sitting in for him, which gotta give Mr. Otunga a thumbs up. I thought he did a decent job tonight on commentary. A lot better than he was before a couple years ago on SmackDown when he was like, yeah, once again, because who's in his ear this time? Triple H and not Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Honestly, the commentary is just so much better with Triple H around. And everything's better with Triple H around. Can't Triple H just take over entirely? No, I'm Mr. McMahon, damn it. I gotta run this place myself. Anyways, our first match was Humberto Carrillo and Drew Gulak. Of course, before the match happened, we had a little bit of like a promo from a picture and promo with gentleman Jack Gallagher explaining his actions of why he's turned on Gulak. Basically, what we usually say, I was only doing favors for Drew. He did nothing for me in return. And I realized that, of course, once last week, a couple weeks ago, whenever he, interrupted my match with Humberto Carrillo, and he basically had enough. And, it's typical stuff. So, obviously, he's going to be watching that match with Carrillo and Gulak very closely. So, obviously, at some point, we're going to have a match with Gulak and Gallagher, as Gallagher's backing a babyface, which, again, I feel was the right move to go for sure. Although, because, of course, Oney Lorcan has seen to go back to being a babyface now, he may seem like he was more so of a heel at first. A couple weeks ago on 205 Live when he, freaked out over Cedric knocking over his jacket and going, "You took away my dream!" I do feel, we could use another heel name besides Arya Daivari and Drew Gulak on 205 Live. Of course, Mike Kanellis could be the case, but not sure what's going on with him. So I feel like, he could add one more, heel figure to the Cruiserweight division. Not another Enzo Amore, of course. But anyways, so we had Carrillo and Drew Gulak. Had not a bad match, of course. It was basically Gulak. Excuse me. It was Gulak, was doing wrestling how he wants it to be. No fly zone, keep your feet on the ground, and Carrillo doing all the moves that he loves to do. Basically, that makes him him. Of course, the point of match also, where as always, sometimes when a matchup goes on a level, Drew Gulak tries to go for a high flying maneuver. Basically, though, to teach Carrillo a lesson, show that this is not going to work for me, and I'll show you how it will fail. Eventually, though, Carrillo does eventually beat Gulak, though, with the Arabian Press Moonsault, which the headstand Arabian Press Moonsault, which I think is very sick and is a really awesome move to watch, and Carrillo gets a win. So cool with me. I'm sure, though, we'll see a match with Gallagher and Gulak. And, of course, after that, I still feel Gallagher and Gulak, still do work on 205 Live if they want to, but definitely do some work on UK and on NXT UK, and even just Gulak going to regular NXT as well. I feel like, they both would, benefit really well and, further establish themselves more being on, both of the NXT brands for sure. So, yep, cool with me. We got that there. We didn't have each of the people fighting in the number one contenders match in the main event, have backstage promos. First, Oney Lorcan, talk about how he's been training for over a decade to come to WWE and become a champion. Arya stands in his way, and once the bell rings, all he cares about is hitting his opponents as hard as possible. But lucky for him, that's the kind of fight he likes. Daivari says he has had success since changing his attitude and the undefeated streak he's running all year. He doesn't care who it is. Nobody's going to keep him from becoming the next cruiserweight champion. Drake Maverick is chatting with, again, the Kanellis is backstage about the usual stuff. When the Brian Kenner rolls up, blames Maria for his tomboy for his boy Tozawa losing last week, but says that Tozawa had better look in the mirror. Kendrick again says he just wants to talk and Tozawa can do his own fighting, and he was just a distraction anyways because Tozawa came out of nowhere and attacked Mike Kanellis, beats him down until it was broken up, and Maverick is out there saying there will be repercussions for this and whatnot. So I guess we're getting a rubber match with Tozawa and Kanellis. I don't know. Again, I'm really just starting to I've been trying to really get behind Mike Kanellis again with this whole story of him losing opportunities. But again, it's starting to feel like we're just going around in circles at this point. Like, it needs to get somewhere. If Mike Kanellis doesn't win this next match, just get rid of him. I just don't know what else they're going to do. I mean, he could be another top heel on 205 Live, but right now he doesn't feel like one because they keep going around in circles with him for sure. Again, the match he had with the Brian Kendrick weeks ago, I thought so far has been his best match on 205 Live, but I don't know. So we're going to get that rubber match soon. And then we have a nice, hard-hitting match with Arya Daivari and Oney Lorcan. And again, I thought it was a really good match. These two had great styles together. Because Oney Lorcan, even though I didn't think he was the best name to be thrown on 205 Live's roster, I've definitely been liking what he's been doing so far. I do appreciate, of course, Saturday I was there to point him over before he left 205 Live, and even Arya Daivari again, who flat out was, I kept saying, the Kurt Hawkins of 205 Live before he left with his injury, has come back. And I remember recently when I was listening to Talk is Jericho with Mustafa Ali as a special guest, Ali said that Daivari is one of the most underutilized performers on 205 Live. And, he's been back. And, at first I didn't really dig him, but now I like what they're doing with him. This hard-hitting, in for the business and whatnot really is behind me. And I thought him and Lorcan had a really good hard-hitting match. And, Daivari gets a win. Afterwards, Tony Nese offers a handshake, but Arya simply says, I want the title. So, we're going to have a match probably at Money in the Bank, if not on 205 Live, coming the next few weeks with Tony Nese and Arya Daivari. Fresh, new opponent, someone who's been built up very well the past couple of months, and I think, Arya deserves it. See, you can maybe get behind someone. Well, again, Tony Nese, I'm definitely behind. But you can actually get me to, take like someone as Arya Daivari seriously because you built him up right. Once again, props to Triple H. Had to celebrate like Tommaso Ciampa. But that's me for 205 Live, guys. Check the live chat real quick. We've got Tyler saying Drew needs to win the Money in the Bank contract. I'd say him or Sami Zayn. I would be very interested to see Sami Zayn as Mr. Money in the Bank. Drew would be a bad idea, though, but I want to see Drew Gulak dethrone Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Yeah, they give Rollins a nice title reign over the summer. Have Gulak, have McIntyre dethrone Rollins at SummerSlam. I'd say. Who could win the women's Money in the Bank? That's the question. For rumors, maybe Mandy Rose. Yeah, I don't know. Bayley, maybe. I mean, if she's doing this character change, maybe her win Money in the Bank wouldn't hurt. Bayley, I think Bayley or Mandy Rose at this point. I'll say. Yeah, we'll go with that so far. Bayley or Mandy Rose, unless Nikki Cross comes out of the blue and gets it, but she doesn't have a brand right now, so who the hell knows? Thank God Charlotte's not in Money in the Bank, women's Money in the Bank this year. True, but again, I would rather have her been there and not win it than being in this title match with Becky Lynch because I'm sick and tired of seeing those matches. And Randy needs to be on Raw. I agree. He needs to be on Raw for sure. But thank you for your stuff in the live chat, Tyler. Again, I give a B+ for 205 Live this week, guys. I'm going to check out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my NXT UK live review and NXT. I'll also get some turn alerts for Chad Gable, Kevin Owens, formerly known as Big O, and Oni Lorcan back up because, again, they've all reverted back to their original characters, as most of them should have been. We'll talk about them, of course, in I can't talk tonight. And those, maybe I'll record them tonight. I'm going to try to beat the next level of Adam Project before I go to bed. And we'll see. Maybe I'll record those while that's exporting. So thanks again, Tyler, for joining me in the live chat. And for everybody else joining me in the live chat, my SmackDown review. Again, B+ for 205 Live this week. We'll grade a 205 Live. That's down in the comment section below. And just always a click by, like, and subscribe, more content on my channel. And you can follow me on Twitter as well at Demand Everybody TV. With that, guys, I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.